Shinon, Sharptongue Ninja, has 40 HP, 40 attack, 43 speed. You believe
What is with this guy?
why is he always topping the charts on every banner that he's on?
He just likes to outperform everyone.
With 28 defense and 26 res, 83 overall attack spread is just incredible. But yeah, what is his boon of Banes? Huh?
Remember last time he had 80 and that was record setting, but now he's just one-upping himself hardcore, even with Dragon Flowers. So Shinon this time clocks in a 177 BST as a red infantry archer. Perfless with HP, defense, res, super banes, and attack speed, super boons.
Obviously, attack speed, super boons are so common. With florets coming in, I think more and more heroes are going to have this because that gives you more and more maximization of value with that.
Fun fact, he has the same speed super boon and HP defense super banes of his previous form.
He just added res and added an attack super boon, huh?
Yep.
Okay, so quick refresher on his kit. It was Ninja Yumi, which is the bow, and it's the same thing, inheritable weapon as Ninja Naga Nita from Corrin, and it's Deadeye, attack speed solo 4, and lull speed defense 3. In other words, he is S tier fodder.
Very concise fodder for most any archer, even more so than base Shinon in some ways.
Yep. So with all that said, oh man, you could use him, or you could give him to a hero like Leone, which is what I would do if I get Shinon. Even though I like Shinon so much, but man, taking Deadeye, attack speed solo 4, and Ninja Yumi would be awesome. But if you do use him, I don't think you'll be disappointed because that stat spread is incredible. 40-43. What even matches that?
There is very little that can even compete. In fact, there's one of them is technically Igrene. Looking at the charts, Brave Marth is 41-43, so he actually is just a margin better. Yuri is 39-43, so just a bit short. And same with Pirate Nasala. I don't think any. Same with Malice, also 40. Man, he's just one attack more than most, and then Marth is one attack more than that. But they all have 43 speed.
So he's second place.
Pretty much, but
Damn.
First place to really almost everybody else. Like, it's a uncontested second.
Okay, cool. All right, but comparisons between Shinon cannot start without Shinon.
Of course.
So I mentioned this yesterday, chat. His hairstyle is just perfect for this entire ninja thing because it didn't change at all. He just put a headband on. But it looks so fitting on him.
It really does.
Yeah.
And his face does not look as long this time.
That's true.
That's
Well,
interesting.
you can't see his chin.
The
That also
scarf
messes
is-
with your
yeah.
perspective. All right. With that said, guys, they both have 40 HP. Fair enough. It is yourself. And then 40 attack versus 38. So 2-point advantage to New Shinon. 43 speed versus 42. 1-point advantage to New Shinon. So he's just better offensively. Though it is a quad weapon versus an actual bow that's really, really good and gives you close counter. So not quite the same, but yeah, the stat spread is pretty fun there. 28 defense versus 27, virtually identical, and 26 res versus 24, virtually identical. So he's just himself,
Literally
but better.
He's literally just, what if you had 5 Dragon Flowers on Shinon? And then put 1 HP
Essentially.
into res, realistically.
Basically, yeah.
And didn't have a perf because Shinon's perf still holds up extremely well.
Yeah, double bow
Yes.
is amazing.
Yeah.
No denying, Shinon is still one of the best archers in the game. But base Shinon. But this one is literally just a +5 Dragon Flower Shinon.
Yeah, and I noticed something about base Shinon, and that double bow might as well be Igrene's bow, a guardian bow, except it gives close counter as well.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, so Shinon obviously is not outclassing himself here. Not by a mile, but he is certainly no slacker considering it is the Shinon stat archetype.
All right. But it's only fair we go to the most common archer nowadays.
Of course.
Commonly committed archer. Brilliant Moonlight Innis has 43 HP versus 40, 3-point advantage to young Innis. 40 attack versus 37, so 3-point advantage to Shinon. 43 speed versus 38, so 5-point advantage to Shinon. Oh wow, he is smashing the kid in terms of offensive potential.
Yeah, well, the one thing Innis obviously,
Right.
he's
It's
more
the bow.
balanced instead of fast.
But it's funny how it's not that huge a comparison because it's Deadeye versus having Deadeye effect, you know?
Yep. And
it's
of
kind
course,
of funny.
Just take nothing in merge ability, of course.
Right. And then their defense and res is virtually identical. Yeah, it's such a minute difference.
Yeah. Innis definitely is worse overall, but what do you expect? And with the fact that a perf exists, yeah, this is comparing.
All right. I like this one personally. This is a good comparison, but if you have young Innis and you've thought about committing to your archer, you can never go wrong with young Innis. And funny enough, you don't even need Deadeye, so Shinon's not even good fodder or necessary in any way or form. But yeah, it's fair. Okay, but the Bowmaster herself has 1 less HP, but 2 more attack, 2 less speed, 2 more defense, but 7 less. When did Shinon be the res guy?
He's just always said
Uller was
fairly
the
balanced
opposite of the res guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but there's one thing Uller will never have a lick of, it's res.
This is funny because they're so identical. So close. No, not identical, but they're so close outside the res part.
If we're looking for somebody with this similar bulk distribution, then Legendary Claude also would work.
The real quick comparison here, 41 HP versus 40, 37 attack versus 40, 41 speed versus 43, 23 defense versus 28, 24 res versus 26. So in other words, advantage to Shinon in terms of attack and speed. That feels really weird.
Except for H. It's just everything except HP, but I mean it is a movement type difference, and Bailmont does bridge it. But when we think offensive archers, Claude is usually one of the first ones, and Shinon is way better than that base one.
Yep. All right. Finally, Bridal Novice Shanna. She's still, what a looker. I still love her art. This is actually one of the better comparisons considering she's the most recent red archer we've had. Shinon's not out yet, of course. So 40 HP versus 37, 3-point advantage for Shinon. 40 attack versus 38, 2-point advantage for Shinon. 43 speed versus 42 speed. Are you kidding me? 1 speed advantage to Shinon. 28 defense versus 23, 26 res versus 27. So he is just better in every way except 1 point of res. Are you kidding me?
BST gap, of course, by movement type, but yeah, once again, Shinon may not have a perf, but man, is he trying to justify that with base stats.
Yes. Okay, that's a pretty good comparison. But obviously, Shanna is really interesting because of her. What does her bow do again?
The Rose Quartz bow, which is 20% of unit speed into true damage on attack speed 6.
Which is funny because it's kind of like his idea, but much more limited.
Yeah,
if you initiate combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally condition. So.
Yep, it's good. It's just whatever. Like, it's not amazing. And it's not a brave bow, so actually in some cases I'd actually prefer Ninja Yumi, ironically. Just because it's more consistent. Just for some perspective, with Archer Infantry, he has 3 more attack and 3 more speed than Brigid. Higher Brigid.
And that was our... Oh, in terms of archers, okay.
Yeah, Red Archer Infantry. Like, he just crushes it. So, all previous Red Archer Infantries are toast, stat-wise.
Okay. Final hero. I've been looking forward to this one because I want to be sad. Shamir time, chat. The Loon Moon Ninja has 42 HP, 37 attack, 40 speed, 31 defense, and 32 res. She is so good. I am actually really annoyed.
I'm happy.
Fortune favors the patient in this case. Shamir is a 182 BST Axe Infantry.
Oh, so she's not even messing with the super boon stuff.
Nope, you don't have to.
Wait.
But if you wished, then she has a defense super bane and speed super boon, of course.
I am so sick of you, IS. Okay, guys, people were like, Nims, they could do something weird like 181 BST and then force her to be plus defense or something. And you're like, they could. And in that way, you could still justify using Hana.
Oh.
But they didn't. They straight up just did her right. There's no need for super boons. She does have a super boon in terms of speed. This is immediately just a piss off because it's just Ninja Hana with slightly redistributed defense and res is basically it.
Redistributed is better.
Yeah.
Yes, better. Although
you
the
kidding
flower
me?
difference, Hana is quite similar.
Do you want to give me her kit?
So she has the axe that I am unable to remember off the top of my head.
It's
Because the Shuriken Cleaver,
yeah, that's right.
which is the Brave Axe that inflicts Death Res -4. If unit has more speed, initiates combat, attacks twice, and also if you have more speed, deals 50% true damage between stats up to +4. Glimmer for the special.
Oh, sorry, yeah. No, keep going.
Glimmer for the special. 5-star skill is attack speed 03, and then 4-star skill is attack speed 2.
Yeah, so it's really easy attack speed 2, but killing her off for attack speed 2 feels really dumb.
When you have Oath on the table or Shamir on the table, I would prefer anything else.
It is, her axe is the design of the Silver Star axe from Fates, which is kind of interesting, because it's a completely different function. Those weapons in Fates were enemy only, and they function like javelins or hand axes, but without the penalties that those weapons had. So,
okay. All right, so let's do some quick comparisons before breaking my heart. So, Shamir has 1 more HP than her old self, 3 less attack. Can you believe that? She's actually not 100% better than her last version, despite having more BST.
Having way more BST, because this Shamir has 170 getting screwed out of an extra bin.
Oh yeah, she was also the weird character with the... I don't know why Ice did that, but alright.
Because she gets 4 super boons, so you can pick how to build her.
Oh boy.
Okay, thanks, Ias. 40 speed versus 40 speed, 31 defense versus 25, 6-point advantage, and then 32 res versus 24, 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
This one's actually kind of tanky. There have actually been tanks in the past that have this kind of spread.
Yeah, it's really cool, actually. I thought she would be more like Norn and having a little more defense than res, but it's actually almost identical.
All right, so the big thing, guys, immediately is that she's just so much better. So much better. I can't even believe that she has so much better art. I love the new art way better. The last Shamir looked a bit off to me, guys. So this is the reason why I like this Shamir way more. Oh, man. But yeah. Next. Because...
I actually have a request. Not the most direct stat comparison, but just to give some idea of how weird BST is getting. Pull up Garen for a second.
Wait. She only has 2 less defense.
And 1 less HP.
But she has how much? 18 more speed.
And 4 more attack.
Garen's supposed to be a mixed tank, guys.
This shit is just getting depressing, chat. What's the point of old heroes? By the way, Garen still doesn't even have hers refined, so this just feels especially bad.
He'll be good in a little while, but until then, you gotta deal with this fact.
Yeah, especially with flowers, Garen does catch up. It basically has Hana's stat spread, so...
Even still, the fact that this is what we're looking at base-wise?
Yeah.
Literally, if you have a Garen and you have a Shamir, there is nothing. Nothing. You can't even justify him as a mixed tank anymore because she just does that better.
Alright, well, this is really something, so we're gonna move on to the big one so I can have my heart broken already. I hate you, IS. I hope everyone recognizes my pure and unadulterated hatred towards IS. Why do I have such hatred for IS, chat? Because I made a +10 Hana, and as you can see, within a year, they replaced her. But to add insult to injury, she's even the same special heroes type, a ninja. How do you do a 1-to-1 improvement? How do you power creep a free-to-play hero like this? How do you do that? Why would you do that? Did nobody, like, they're having a meeting, it's just like, who's gonna be the free hero? And they're like, let's give away Shamir. I'm like, okay, that guy, fire him. But no one said that for some reason. And then they're like, okay, fine. What weapon class? And they're like, axe. But like, didn't we do that already? Okay, yes. But this time, it'll be infantry axer. They're like, wait, didn't we do that already? Apparently nobody raised their hand and said, we did that already. And then they started statting her. And then they gave her 42 HP, 37 attack, 40 speed, 31 defense, and 32 res. At this point, someone should have raised their hand and said, wow, isn't that very similar? But apparently no one does that. Because the only difference here is 1 point advantage for Shamir in terms of attack, 3 point advantage in terms of defense, and 2 point advantage in terms of res. You directly power creeped her in every possible way, and it's a free-to-play power creep of a free-to-play hero with the same banner. Everything should have caused somebody to say, no, we should stop this. This doesn't make sense. But no one did that. Are you kidding me? You know, I didn't even stop the music, by the way, chat. It stopped on its own. That's how upset, apparently, this entire thing is. Oh. 1 sec, let me fix the music.
Yes,
Some
technically
bullshit.
Hana is faster, but that's about it. That and HP.
With the flowers.
Shamir is ironically a tankier variation on Hana, if you include Dragon Flowers. But she still has more natural BST, which is more important.
You know, I'm probably still going to make a plus 10 Shamir, chat. You want to know why I'm doing this? You want to know why?
So good.
Yeah, fine. I like Shamir. I like this kind of hero. I have a ton of grails, sure. But the real reason is this. If I build a Shamir, next year, they can't possibly release yet another Axe Infantry hero who's better, right? There's no way!
Do it in 6 months instead.
Oh, fuck you. I'm willing to bet there's no way they do a third time in a year. A third time in a row, chat.
Well, if they keep
Third
doing
time
it, then
charm.
eventually they'll just have a team of them.
Yes, I'll just have an entire arena team of just ninja Axe heroes. But no, chat. I'm making that bet. I'm gonna do this. I'm making her plus 10. The thing is, I already have a spare bottle, so the distant counter, Ruptured Sky, I'm gonna do immediately. Giving your huge fans no big deal. I just need to get one more male Chris, which, by the way, because of the manuals, I have it available. I'm literally at the one manual before it, so I can literally make this build. It's no problem. It just feels so stupid. That's the only problem.
If I want to, and if anybody wants to, everybody gets that extra copy of Island. They can just use that for fodder. Give her an axe without having to use any grails or feathers.
I still have a violin left over. Yeah.
What are you gonna do it to make up for? Are you guys saying if next year they do in fact release a third axe hero?
Well,
That's
at
a
that point, you're
ninja.
gonna have 4 axes in your arena core.
Who's infantry? I don't want to think about this. This is so dumb. I can't even believe this shit. It's just insulting that they do this. Have they ever done like a 1-2-1 free-to-play power creep to this degree, where it's even the same series of banners?
Where it's even the same series of banners?
I think they did it for normal heroes, absolutely. But for special heroes in 1 year, I've never seen this.
I don't think so.
Even if you remove the free-to-play aspect and you go to pay-to-win characters or 5-star locked heroes, it probably did
That
happen.
literally just happened.
Yeah, but it's
It's a little.
not completely
not as-
1-to-1 because
Yeah,
you still
but I
have to
mean,
summon for
scoring-wise,
Kurkanaga.
it still is.
But yes.
Yeah, scoring wise, different unit types. Like Kurkanaga is a lot harder to sell. but-
Okay, no, shut up. Fly Super, I see you. You're wrong, because at least Enna has higher defense and res at base. There is no advantage here. Literally no advantage. This is 100% power creep. Shamir either matches or is better in every stat. Not the same. At least you could say I have one more defense and one more res, you bastard. I wish I could say that.
At least it's the Dragon Flower gap.
I guess, yeah, but I have her at 5 dragon flowers because it's so hard to get more flowers.
Well, then you can just have Shamir at 0.
Man, you shut up. They have the same stat line. Oh man, this is just some depression stuff, guys. All right, oh no, do you want to do a comparison? Who is there?
Office.
Or Balt? Wait, what?
I feel like it's an obligatory comparison to the only other 185 BST Axe Infantry.
It's fair at the end of the day. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Muscle Man has 5 more HP, 5 more attack, 16 less speed, 6 more defense and 1 less res.
That's actually, I didn't even know it was less res.
Wow, I thought he would be just better defensively overall, but 1 res. Oh, it doesn't matter. But guys, that's actually pretty hilarious. I would rather, god damn it, if I already said I'll make a +10 Balthus, my arena team is just gonna be all greens, all green accents.
I told you, like I said, it's just gonna be accents.
Oh. This is the definition of how it feels to be free to play. I mean, I bought the Fade Pass, but like, if you are a free to play player in Fire Emblem Heroes in 2021, your entire lineup's just axers.
I mean, as a
Could have
legend
an
fan, I cannot
to balance it out.
Oh boy.
Chris, Saleh.
Larcy. I'll do Larcy instead of Charlotte because I think it's just depressing to look at Charlotte nowadays.
Well, yeah. And also Larce is actually closer.
Yeah.
Damn it, I don't remember their last their epithets. The Sign of Astra has 2 less HP, 2 more attack, 2 more speed, 2 less defense, 4 less res. So it's mostly just in the res portion that there's a big gap in. Otherwise, other than that, is wait, she has just so much better offensively.
Well, yeah, she's a 5-star rock.
Fine.
I hope Larce is better offensively.
Yeah, that's fair. All right,
But
well,
at least it's clean cut. Like, she has 2 more attack and speed, but then 2 more defense, but then 4 less res. And it's actually literally just taking Shamir's HP and res and throwing it into everything else equally at that.
I'm gonna build Shamir. I've already decided. It just feels so stupid. It feels like if
I'm considering it. Will I do it? Probably not, because I've never done this. But we'll see what it is in 6 months.
you know the best way to define this, chat. Seriously, this is the best way of defining it. Imagine you bought this game console. It's called a Nintendo Switch, and a year later they released the Nintendo Switch OLED edition. And now you're gonna trade in your Nintendo Switch and buy the OLED edition, but you have to pay so much more money. That's so dumb.
The quote-unquote trade-in, if you were to get rid of Hana, would be foddering her to.
Yes. I guess I'm gonna switch that so it's even worse in a way, because there's no need for Hana anymore if I'm gonna replace her with Shamir, unless I intend to run them back to back with each other, which is also dumb, but I guess I'm gonna do that.
I mean, you might as well. Whatever.
This is dumb. All right, anyone else want the comparison? This just makes me sad. I like Shamir though, but I like Hana.
I like Shamir a whole lot more, so that's where my priorities lie.
Would be a good comparison at this point.
But the OLED is not worth it because it changes almost nothing.
You know what?
If we're talking about just straight up building a hero and using them in effect, it almost changes nothing. Right? Between Hana and Ninja Shamir, it's just like, oh, congratulations, you have like 1 more res, and congratulations, you have like, 1 more attack or something. Like, it doesn't matter.
It's really whatever.
People are asking for a comparison to Dogger.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I have 2 after that I think I had in mind. But
all right, Dagger's comparison is 41 HP versus 42, 1 point advantage to Shamir, 39 attack versus 37, 2 point advantage to Dagger, 41 speed versus 40, 1 point advantage to Dagger. Oh my goodness, Shamir matches up so well. These are 5-star locked heroes that she's matching up with, guys.
Yeah.
And then of course Shamir has advantage in defense and res by 1 and then by 7. Wow.
Yeah, you can see where the BST went. Shamir's is above average. Very much.
That's why I think she's a really good DC hero, chat.
And that's why my comparison is to Ascended Fjorm.
Okay.
And then Ascended Fjorm has 43 HP versus 42, 30, so 1 point advantage for Fjorm, 39 attack versus 37, 2 point advantage for Fjorm, and then this is a Dagger comparison all over again in terms of attack and speed. 41 speed versus 40, okay. And then 31 defense versus 31, and then 36 res versus 32, so 4 point advantage for Fjorm. That's interesting. Despite Fjorm having a noticeable amount more BST, it's mostly just res, which ate it up.
Yeah, Fjorm is really just, what if Shamir took that res advantage and made it into a real res stat? For the most part.
And a little
If you
bit.
build Shamir, how long do you have until she gets BST power creeps? By this count, 1 year.
You'll have a year at least.
Ugh.
And then after that, it's off to the races. But then again, that's going to happen no matter who you build in the arena.
Lovebird Dual Alm has 2 less HP because it's 40, 2 less attack, same speed. Oh, at least he kept him speed. 1 more defense, but 7 less res. Oh my... It feels so weird when you, like, power creep a dual hero so badly.
Yeah, and Alm doesn't even get stats in Scepter of Love except for speed plus 3. Fun thing I always forget.
He was like the first God Axe hero, too.
Yeah, realistically, axes were pretty slow up to that point. And then he comes in, doesn't even have speed on his weapon besides a flat. Think about it this way, Scepter of Love is just attack, def, res, plus something.
Right.
If you want to think about it that way. So, yeah. Alright, that's what I'm getting now. Ouch.
So, Legion, the last hero you wanted was,
Catherine. Just
Legion. Oh, right, it is Legion. Thank you for picking Legion.
Shut up. I know Legion stats aren't good visibly.
Hey, at least you have 4 more HP.
Yeah, I know. Legion's HP is
4 less attack, 5 less speed,
hey, at least
9 less
keep up in
defense,
attack.
and 14 less res.
This is
yeah,
we this is the definition of depression, chat.
Def res. That def res berserker stats.
Oh man.
You know what? You can laugh all day about it, but Shamir really do be panicking when she has to face against Legion, though. And you can't stop that.
It's a good thing he has a good weapon. So guys, in my YouTube comments, a bunch of people pointed out to me that they were making plus 10 echidnas when Ninja Hana released, so they didn't do the upgrade because they were like, it's just 1 bin, and they're very much dissimilar.
Well, now it's 2.
Now it's 2 bins, and I absolutely think you should make the upgrade because outside that 3 HP, Shamir is so much better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Echidna kind of almost is a berserker in stat line with that HP, but 34, 36.
So yeah, chat, if you find yourself in the Echidna situation, this is worth the upgrade. 2 bins is absolutely worth it, and you've had Echidna at least 1 year longer than I did, hopefully, in which case you're not as depressed as I am.
Yep.
You guys do realize I haven't actually had Hana for a year. I actually waited for her to be made into a manual, right? So more like 8 months of actual usage or something, you know?
Exactly. Granted, there was Hana before that, but...
I know. Imagine my Hanas in my arena teams get power crept twice. That's depressing.
And there's no recourse. They're stuck.
Yep.
Man, I'm glad I stopped with the worst scoring axe infantries and never made another one after that.
All right, chat, what do you think about the banner? I am very biased. I actually want to give this a 10 out of 10. You might think, well, you're being an idiot here. But when you think about it, the foddering is immense. The free hero is immense in all manners of it. Igrene is immense. Boobies. And dual hero is really nice. And, I mean, if you guys remember how impactful Dual Lin was, this is basically it again.
Yeah.
Now, not in terms of ether raids, but for everything else, especially ether raids defense. Yeah, actually, you're right.
Yeah, I would at least say 9 out of 10, and the only reason why I would be even reluctant to say 10 is just because it's so much overlap with last year's Ninja, which was still really, really good. But
I don't fault it for that.
Very high density, great units, and great fodder for so many fast units. It's really powerful.
Because I give it a 10 out of 10 in terms of fodder, 10 out of 10 in terms of art, and I have no issues with any of the characters picked here, so...
Yeah,
I think it's perfect in my opinion. I know that's a high mark. I don't give it often, but it's very rare to see a situation like this.
Yeah, where the entire banner is that high quality. It's definitely one of the best seasonals for density. Which is, again, I remain surprised to see Ninja being one of the best seasonal banners, at least for units. They've done it again.